What's up, YouTube? This is Politically Incorrect. So, we've all heard about the assassination of the Haitian president. I think his name was Genevieve Moise. Okay, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but the initial reports indicated that he had been assassinated along with his wife, the First Lady, and they had been elected since 2017, though I don't think they've actually been in place in power since 2018 or so. Um, but the initial reports about his wife being murdered along with him are incorrect. She actually survived her wounds, but she was wounded, and they were killed at their residence, which is very unusual. Which to me indicates that it had to have been some sort of inside job. Uh, I don't profess to be a an expert, yeah, excuse me, on the affairs of Haiti. I don't know about that. I do get this impression though. I get the impression that since the days of Papa Doc and Baby Doc, what was it, Duvalier, uh, or Duvier, I get the impression that since then, a lot of these Haitian presidents have been puppets for the American government, more or less, or indebted. I remember when the Clinton administration reinstated, what was his name? What was it? Jean uh, Aristide Batiste or John Batiste Aristide. Can't remember his name, but it was a three. I remember it was the early '90s that he was placed back in power. He died a couple of years ago. But I think that it's like most of these leaders have been puppets for the most part, who did their bidding, who did the bidding of the United States and the Haitian oligarchs. I get the impression that this guy thought that his shit didn't stink, and he had to be reminded that his shit stunk with a bullet to the brain. That's what my instincts are telling me. My instincts are telling me that this is a guy that got too big for his britches. He was supposed to leave office, and he didn't. Shit has gone completely uh, to the shits in Haiti. Um, Corruption is run rampant. Remember all of that aid money that went to Haiti following that devastating earthquake about a decade ago, back in 2010, and the world gave to Haiti. And from what I can tell, Haiti has not gotten any better since that earthquake. In some ways, worse. And there's brutal violence emanating in Haiti. I mean, absolutely just brutal violence in the streets. You have Haitian police force brutalizing Haitian citizens. It got really bad, man. And then, like I said, you got the fact that this guy wouldn't leave office when he was supposed to leave under the Constitution of Haiti. He was supposed to have already left office, but he wouldn't leave office. I get the impression that there might have been a growing power struggle between him and other people in the government. I think that, look, I saw reports saying that it was a foreign hit squad that took him out. I tend to think this. Now, according to the Geneva Convention, United States policy is you don't assassinate other countries' leaders, but you don't tell the CIA what the fuck that they're going to do. The CIA can do pretty much whatever the fuck they want to do, and even Joe Biden don't have to know anything about it. Joe Biden doesn't have to know that the director of the CIA has instructed his subordinates to carry out uh, a secret operation. Let's call it Operation. Uh, let's call it Operation Nigger Kill. 3.0, and with that operation, they're getting rid of the Haitian president for what they feel is for the benefit of American foreign policy. Let's just say the those who are in power, the oligarchs, those who run everything in Haiti, the billionaires, they're tired of this guy. You know, he's not getting shit done. You know, and he's more trouble than what it's worth. And you contact some U.S. You contact the U.S. ambassador. He contacts those important in Washington. The word gets to the CIA, and let's face it, Biden has been, and maybe Biden is in the know. Who knows? Kamala could be in the know. A lot of times, vice presidents are in charge of a lot of shit like this. For instance, Nixon ran Operation 40. Kamala Harris is a ruthless bitch. Okay, uh, it's very well possible that they took out this guy, and they're going to work with who follows him, someone who's willing to do what is told of him, a willing puppet, and not a guy that thinks that he's actually running shit. Like I said, I don't know exactly what's going on. I could be 100% wrong, but I do know that most assassinations of this magnitude, the motivation is usually a few things. Oftentimes, money, power, control. Those are usually the three things in some form of another. So, y'all tell me what y'all think. Anybody that's been following this a little bit closer than I have, tell me what you guys think about the situation in Haiti.